Hello and welcome to Agri History. Today we will talk about the domestication of goats. Goats are amongst the oldest of our domesticated animals and have been around for approximately 10,000 years. Since the domestication of the ancestor species to goats known as the bezoar in the Neolithic era. Full understanding of this domesticated species is uncertain, but certain archaeological evidence suggests that the goats came from the Fertile Crescent approximately 10,000 years ago. There are also some studies that suggest that a second domestication event happened in Pakistan. Still others suggest that multiple species of primordial goat were used in the breeding of our domesticated goat. Based on genetic evidence using mitochondrial DNA comparisons, seems to indicate that there are three highly divergent lineages of domesticated goat, and it is likely that each line was independently domesticated. Now we will go through many breeds of goat found in Ontario, including dairy breeds and meat breeds. We will start with the dairy breeds of goat. The first goat breed we'll cover will be the Saanen breed. This goat breed came from the San Valley of Switzerland and is of unknown pedigree. It is now the most popular dairy goat in many countries. The next breed we'll talk about is the Alpine breed. The Alpine breed is a goat breed that came from the Swiss Alps and has unknown pedigree. The goats of the Alpine breed were brought to the United States from France, where they have been selected for much greater size, uniformity, and milk production, in comparison with their French and Swiss counterparts. The next dairy breed on our hit list will be the Anglo-Nubians. The Anglo-Nubians were a goat breed made by crossbreeding English breeds of goat with African and Indian goats. The next dairy breed we will cover will be the Toggenburg goat. This breed of Swiss dairy goat comes from Toggenburg Valley in Switzerland. This breed is of unknown pedigree, and they're also credited as being the oldest known dairy goat breed. The next breed on our hit list will be the American La Mancha. The American La Mancha goat was bred by Miss Eula Frey of Oregon. This goat was bred from short-eared goats from Spain for dairy production. Now let's move on to the meat breeds of goat. The first on our hit list will be the Bior goat. This breed was bred from an indigenous breed of African goat. The breed was likely the Narmequa Hottentots. This breed was further improved via crossbreeding with the European goat breeds, Angora goats, and Indian goat breeds. This crossbreeding led to the development of this breed of goat. The next goat breed on our hit list will be the Kiko goat. The Kiko goat was bred in New Zealand by Garrick and Anne Batten. They bred this breed of goat by crossbreeding feral goat populations of Anglo-Nubian goats, Toggenburg goats, and Saanen goats. The next breed on our hit list will be the Spanish goat. On early European sailing ships, goats were frequently used as a source for milk and meat. This is because they're agile, friendly, and capable of eating a broader and less palatable diet than most other ruminants. When these ships landed on the shores of whatever land they're going to, many of these goats either escaped or were released in favor of other meat and dairy sources. These feral goats became known as Spanish goats. In this case, I may have fibbed a little bit because Spanish goats are not a breed per se. It is rather a term used to describe goats of unknown ancestry or other feral goats. The Spanish goats vary in form, size, and shape, depending on the genetics of the goats they're descended from and the environment. Now on to our last breed of goat we'll talk about. This time we'll talk about the fainting goat. Not much is known about this breed, although they're reported to come from Nova Scotia. This breed soon became popular throughout the region, due to the limited climbing ability of this breed, meaning less escapes, the higher meat yield, and a higher reproductive rate, with 2 or more baby goats per litter. This covers goats. See you next time when we cover pigs. Ciao!